This Troper is Gus Zagarella, and I'm a single-issue wonk.
This Troper is Meg Juden, and I'm an ominous save prompt.
And this Troper is Henry Galley, and I'm a dangerous forbidden technique.
And welcome to Troper Fails, the show where we go back to the late 2000s and look at people who tried to do tropes from the TV Tropes archive in real life.
It always works.
That's how we always say it. That's how I've always said the intro.
That's how we always say it. And listen, applying tropes to real life always works. Do it right now. Please do it. I'm not joking.
Do it now.
Do it.
We'll watch you do it.
Oh no, the earphone has been pulled from my ear. No one say anything.
It was tangled.
Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, we're good.
It was Disney Pixar's Tangled for a second there.
Yeah.
Disney Pixar. This is a mess.
Today is going to be a feral episode. Even by Troper Fails standard, we had some audio issues running up to this. We've had mic arms.
None of us have eaten today.
Yeah, none of us have eaten today. And we're so hungry that before this, we've just been repeatedly referencing a comedy vor comic, much to Meg's distress.
It scares me. They are causing me psychic damage.
It's pushing you close to the edge.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
I'm gonna
All right.
cry.
So I think, look, I think if there's one thing that unites the three of us, it's that we're all pretty badass people. And I don't think you can be a badass unless you have a badass creed. And that is not just referring to Apollo Creed from Rocky, who admittedly is a badass, or his son in the Creed movies, who is also a badass. But no,
yes,
these are the kind of the badass phrases, truisms, maxims, the absolute hard nuts of the Troper Tales archive used to live by.
The hardest men.
How hard are your nuts, bro?
Welcome to the Salty Bastille. Welcome to
the Salty Bastille. What are your class grievances?
Welcome to the Salty Pistachio. How hard are your nuts?
Oh, this man's a tough nut to bust, I'll tell you what.
Oh, no. All right, so are you guys ready for these badass creeds?
Clearly not, but let's do it. Let's go!
So, number one is this Troper's Unspoken Creed. I started it. Now I'm finishing it.
I mean, to be fair, I say that a lot.
Yeah, that's me, but whenever I have, the first slice of a cake,
Yeah.
it's like, I started it. Now I'm finishing it.
Me when I accidentally look at a sports magazine and see someone with a tennis racket posed in an athletic pose.
It's so true that this creed is only badass when it's like, look, I started this conflict. Now I'm finishing this conflict. It's immediately less badass if it's like, oh, I started this bottle of Smirnoff. Now I'm finishing it.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining someone taking one handful of a open cereal box, and they're like, I started this. Now I have to finish it.
Me at the shredded cheese in the fridge at 3 a.m. I started you. Now I'm gonna finish you.
Already, I'm feeling badass. The next one, this Troper has an awesome little collection. Their first one is...
Do they literally say an awesome little collection?
No, that's me editorializing, because these are indeed awesome. And I'm going to read them in a badass voice to really sell the badassness.
Hell yeah.
My heart has been broken one too many times before. Never again.
How much do you want to bet that the person who wrote that was 14 and had been broken up with once?
I don't think there's something really badass either about oh, I've had my heart broken a bunch of times. Made me really sad.
A bad thing will never happen to me again, because I just couldn't handle it. That's very the opposite of badassery.
It's less badass, more like incel.
Yeah.
I've had my heart broken one too many times. I'm not dating anymore. Fuck women. I'm going my own way.
I'm gonna go live in the woods.
Yeah, me and Captain Sishmael at the compound. Yeah.
My heart's been broken far too many times. Never again.
He's got it tattooed across his chest. Next we have, for now, I have learned that if I keep a cool head and an unbroken silence... What? That's where it ends. No, sorry. This is just really confusingly written.
It's like my daddy always used to say, 10 minutes of silence.
Eagle calls in the distance. Fun with Dick and Jane is an underrated movie. No, I'll read the full quote. It's just formatted weirdly. For now, I have learned that if I keep a cool head and an unbroken silence, I can survive whatever horrible things the world chooses to throw at me. And my screen went to sleep. One sec. Yeah, world chooses to throw in my direction. Rasta, that's terrible advice because, like, I would say generally, and this is like genuine advice I'm giving to the people at home listening to this. If you're having a tough time, don't stay silent. Like, get help from friends or professional or family members. Talk to people about it. Be open to suggestions. Like, suffering in silence won't benefit you.
In the idea of just like, listen, if I stay completely emotionally like cut off and clam the fuck up, then clearly all of my problems will be solved. And it's like, no, that's kind of how you compound problems and build things up by like keeping them inside. Not a very badass thing to do, honestly.
Yeah, truly badass people can talk about their feelings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, so the last one, Watashi wa kazama riku desu, which next to it is, I am, ... a survivor.
I survived my breakups at the age of 14, 15, and 16, and now I'm a bachelor for eternity.
I am a survivor of...
Watashi wa incel desu.
Watashi wa incel desu.
I put the L into incel.
This is my stand, the black pill.
Pirates of the Caribbean goes of the black pill.
We don't fuck, no we don't fuck, no we don't even wanna fuck.
Yeah, you best start believing in cults, cause you're in one. Anyway.
Oh my god.
This is already fucking chaos.
I hate this because back then incels weren't invented. People just were lonely and they dealt with it.
Exactly. Alright, next we have another little like smorgasbord. Trust no one. Never back down. Stop at nothing. Take what you want. No fear. When in doubt, go for it. My personal rules. Working just fine since 2005.
He died in 2007.
He was killed in a bar fight.
Yeah.
Outside his
Yeah.
hometown. I want to know what the significance of 2005 is. Because along that when you were born, is this kid like 7?
Are you...
No fear, I got it from my favorite skateboard.
Yeah, if this is the late 2000s, then if he was born in
Must be early
2005...
2000s, because the Troper Fails didn't survive through like 2014, did it?
Because Echo Chamber was like around like 2011. So if we're thinking our time frame is like that kind of era, this person can't be older than 5, having wrote this.
Well,
Great literacy skills for this.
Yeah, maybe they
Yeah,
are,
exactly.
Maybe they're badass because they are the boss baby. Never
Oh
back
my
down.
god.
No fear. It's the fucking little boss baby.
Yeah.
Alright. Next we have, this is signed off with Eddie Van Helsing. The lesser known Van Helsing brother.
Right.
Eddie.
That's the fusion of Eddie Van Halen and Van Helsing.
Yeah.
He's like a rock star who kills vampires.
That is David Tennant from
No, he's a magician.
Oh, fair.
In Fright Night. He's a magician. He's not a rock star.
God. To be fair, a rock star that kills vampires and his like axe can be a literal axe that decapitates vampires, then fires like fire out of the top bit to burn the bodies.
I don't know. I think we're like talking up this guy a little too much. I think this is like a guy who knows Wonderwall on guitar and eats so much garlic that vampires never come near him. So he has a reputation of like vampires being afraid of him.
That's fair. That's fair. Well,
He ate too much strong pizza.
yeah, well, maybe when you'll...
There's no such thing as too much strong pizza.
Maybe you will eat your words like a strong pizza when you hear his badass creeds.
All right.
Are you ready?
All right.
All right.
Eddie Van Helsing, let's go.
Eddie Van Helsing. Why isn't there a Troper Tales page for this one? I'm sure most of us have some sort of personal motto that we use for strength and inspiration. Here's mine. Take no shit. Offer no apologies. Accept no excuses. Show no mercy. And when I'm truly pissed off, I have this. No kingdom shall come. Let my will be done on earth. To hell with heaven.
I damn you to hell if there
There
were
were
one.
one.
If there were one.
You know what I'm just picturing? I've been picturing him just like saying all of this shit after running over somebody's toes with his shopping trolley.
Show no mercy, accept no apology.
I love how many of these are just like, take none of the shit, but shit on everyone else.
Be a complete prick to
Dish it
everyone
out,
around.
but absolutely never take it.
Yeah.
When I am pissed off, others are pissed on by me.
I am the Lord of Piss.
I have the infinite piss, and I'm never hydrated, so my enemies turn yellow, for they are cowards.
Evaporos brother.
Pissero.
Pissero. Pissero Lipschitz.
Pissero.
The Night Mother talks to sweet Pissero.
Pissero.
God
Sweet
damn it.
mother, give your diuretics unto me.
Is there anything in your Night Mother body for me to drink?
Mommy, sorry, mommy.
That's
sorry,
just Cicero,
mommy.
though. That's just him.
That is just who he is.
You don't
The
have to make
Pissero.
a piss joke. That's just him.
This next one is so beautiful. It's the last one of Badass Creeds. Because I think any more and we might die from an awesome
It would be
overdose.
too badass. We'd have to kill ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of respect.
We'd commit like seppuku. It would be
Yeah,
the
we
most
exactly.
honorable death.
So
In his dishonor.
this next person's name is Flame Darkfire.
Oh shit! The Flame Darkfire. Oh my
That's
god!
like the other sister of Starfire. There's
Yeah.
Starfire, there's Blackfire, and then there's
Flame Darkfire.
Flame Darkfire.
More edgy one.
Who is a big Avril Lavigne fan.
I like that because like their arch nemesis could just be like water light splash.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No, their arch nemesis is Eddie Van Helsing. Is the
Yeah, they're all
fight-
vampires.
Yeah.
Flame Darkfire is a vampire.
Oh wow! I should have known.
Their badass creed is, I don't kill people. They see me and decide to cease living.
When would you be saying that in real life?
In court.
In
Your
Your
Honor.
Honor, listen, he just looked at me and decided to end it all.
They just decided to cease living after I convinced them using a
That's
knife.
Jigsaw.
Yeah, I've never murdered anyone. I merely created the elaborate traps that killed them. I'm innocent.
Listen, I was just showing everybody my bullet collection, and I wanted to do it in the quickest way possible.
Yeah.
It's not my fault that they decided, apropos of nothing, that they no longer wanted to be alive after seeing my bullet collection up close.
Your Honor, I've never wanted to kill people. I just get these headaches, you see. And there's only one way to get rid of them.
Oh my god. I
I
hear the
have to-
drums
Yeah,
because I'm shitty.
I have to douse myself in blood, or the CIA Martian blood powder will cause my blood to dry up, and then there'll be earthquakes.
I gotta tell you, man, that scares the blood out of me.
So we're gonna go from yeah.
That really makes my flesh crawl.
Thanks, Ebola. All right,
Thanks,
we are now
Ebola.
we're now going from badass to sexy with bishonen.
Oh, beautiful, flowing hair, sparkly eyes,
Small.
slightly open shirts.
Little flower petals floating in the wind.
I only
Lens
have
flare.
one
Yes.
entry for this.
Shoujo bubbles.
But it is so deranged that it was worth throwing in.
Oh.
Give it to us. I love deranged bishonens.
So this troper had a huge crush on one during her freshman year. He had long blonde hair, large blue eyes, and was tall, then in parenthesis 6 feet 2 inches, and thin. And then in parenthesis, for the eager ones out there, here's a picture. And there's a link.
No! You can't do that!
You cannot do that.
No! Oh,
Like-
no. Does the link still work?
I didn't try it. Because I respect this bishonen's privacy.
It's gonna be Jeremy Fragrance from his boy band days.
Oh my god, yes.
With his hit song, Groping Breath.
Chi 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 oh
Chi-
pie.
pie.
Boing
Boing,
boing.
Oh, Jeremy, what a card. But then it goes on. The fact he was interested in the paranormal and metaphysical like I was just made my crush on him even bigger.
Michael Magnus Archives?
Yeah.
Michael Distortion? Is
Yeah,
that
is
you?
this
Long
Michael
blonde hair,
Distortion?
tall and thin, interested in the paranormal? This is
Oh my
Michael before
God.
he got distorted. Was this written by...
It gets crazier though. Unfortunately, my best friend slept with him, but claimed she was a lesbian the whole time. I'm gonna say to this guy, I'm a lesbian. I'm a lesbian. I'm a lesbian.
I just want to clarify, even though this is happening and I'm cool with it, I am a lesbian.
Okay, whatever, I guess.
Should we stop? No, no, no. Keep going. Keep sexing me. But I just am a lesbian.
Keep sexing me.
She's pegging him, and from the back, because of the long, beautiful, flowing blonde hair, she can pretend that he's a girl.
Okay.
I'm pretending you're a girl because I must, again, clarify. I'm again asking you to know that I am a lesbian.
And then after that, it's needless to say, I was crying myself to sleep for a long time, and I eventually made a character based on this guy, and then there's a DeviantArt link.
Wow.
Oh my god. I would love it if both links went to the same DeviantArt page.
Yeah. What, is it like a guy, like, talking himself up?
It's so funny to imagine this person just being like, you slept with this guy. It's like, no, it's cool. I'm gay. I didn't even like it. I know you like him, but like, you know, I just did it.
No, I just did it to spite you personally. I got no enjoyment out of it.
Because you're the kind of weirdo who posts random people's pictures on Troper Tales while you're thirsting over them.
My lesbian friend is stealing all these guys. Please stop. The new hit anime coming to Crunchyroll.
From the makers of High Guardian Spy.
You know what would be so funny if there was one of those like Mean Girl animes, like where the meme girl character tortures the guy, but she's actually just a lesbian. So like there's no romantic overtones. She's just a jerk to him.
Yeah, she's a lesbian, and what she does is she constantly fucking like steals his girl.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. And it's just like, oh no, I don't bully you because I like you. I'm not even interested in guys. I bully you because you are a fucking idiot and I'm mean.
I bully you because you're a troper.
Yeah, I bully you because you write things on TV tropes, senpai.
God. Alright. Next we on to bishoujo.
Yes, sparkle. Let's go.
This troper knew a girl in high school who was this trope in spades. She had curly brown hair, green eyes, and great quote-unquote talent.
She had a well-developed
Personality. Yeah. Anyway, she was one of this troper's first crushes, and gladly reciprocated his feelings for her. Unfortunately, it didn't last long. Wonder what she's doing now. You are absolutely beautiful, young lady. Please allow me to escort you back to the main page. I go weird.
I think that's probably like
Is this just like a really complex version of, you know who's pretty? The girl reading this.
Yeah. You.
It's like a really complex version of that.
Guys.
Do you reckon we could get Penn Badgley to read that one on Cameo?
That'd be amazing. But I just thought, guys, I'm going to find the picture of this for you so you can put it up on the screen now, but it reminds me of this thing that fucking wrecked me that is like, hey, you want to know who a really attractive person is? Read the first word of this comment.
Hey is.
And it's like, oh, you tried to do a nice thing, and you fucked it.
Listen, honestly, I feel for this guy. You know, sometimes your first crush, who is like a bishoujo, turns out to be the Rose Bride, and, you know, her brother tries to kill you, and it's this whole thing, and you get kicked out of school, and it's really tough, you know?
We've all been there.
Yeah,
We've all been
I mean,
there.
who among us hasn't?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Who among us hasn't had
Who
that
among
happen to
us?
them?
Sus. All right.
I realized my mistake as soon as the words left my mouth.
So bad. All right. Are you ready for the real meat of this episode now, though? Because the rest of what I've got is only one trope that just had so many entries that were made for this show.
Oh
I'm very
boy,
hungry
oh
and would like
boy.
meat.
Yes.
Please give me the meat.
All right. So
Give me the meat!
welcome to Blessed with Suck.
Oh, the humble brag page.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And you will find that it is low on humble and high on brag.
I cannot wait. I hope that this is all people talking about how good they are at fucking cleaning their houses with vacuum cleaners.
Yeah. I'm blessed with the ability to give the suck.
To your girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that might get us demonetized. Pulls that collar.
Yeah. Oh, don't demonetize me. You're so sexy.
You gonna demonetize me without me?
Oh, you're gonna demonetize widow me? Oh, don't do that. I need money to eat.
Please, Mr. YouTube.
Please don't demonetize my video.
By the way, before we get into everyone else's humble brags, this is your invitation if you're watching this. Do a little humble brag in the comments. Tell us what your weird, useless talent is. We want to know.
Tell us how you're blessed with suck and put blessed with suck in the comment.
Yes. All right, number 1. This troper has the ability to get anyone to open up to her. It doesn't matter if she's known someone for 5 minutes or 10 years. They will tell her about all of their life problems and secrets. Unfortunately, this leads to her being seen as very empathetic and caring, and when she tries to express her feelings, they see her as an uncaring bitch and demand to know why she isn't being sympathetic.
Henry, do you feel called out by that one?
Oh my god. Horse from Centaur World wrote this.
Yes.
It's Daniel Radcliffe's character from the
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Everyone just opens up to her. But the thing is, that's something where it's like, okay, that is a justifiable complaint for a person to have. And then there's the next person.
Oh.
Okay, I'm ready.
This troper is scary smart and perceptive, can see in low light, stronger and faster than he should be on first glance, capable of taking a load of punishment standing, and regenerate from incapacitating injuries quickly.
Edward Cullen?
This SCP
Rick
682.
Sanchez? Rick
Yeah.
Sanchez?
But wait, parenthesis, seriously, he crushed his hand by punching a wall to the point, Kyle, to the point that his joints
Oh my
scraped
God.
against themselves when he tried to move his fingers the slightest bit. But 2 minutes later, the pain faded and he could grip again, albeit with slight difficulties. Cool, huh? The downside? He doesn't understand social norms one bit,
This is Edward Cullen.
making him an outcast, and people seem to fear him,
Edward
and
Cullen.
is constantly bored, which he alleviates by experimenting on himself to see his limits. Parenthesis.
Experimenting on
Wait,
himself!
parenthesis. Latest escapade, sleep deprivation, 69 hours with no sleep. Nice. Not so cool now, is it? Rick and Morty, Rick and Morty,
Rick and Morty, Rick and Morty,
That is
Rick
a
and Morty.
Spider-Man villain.
No, that is Rick
Are you
Sanchez.
sure that you're not like getting these like superhuman abilities from all of the experimenting that you're doing on yourself, buddy?
Morty, I turned myself
Yeah.
into someone who doesn't sleep, Morty. Been 69 hours, let's go!
420 hours without sleep, lol.
Yeah, like again, just...
I am a skeleton.
I'm cool as fuck and awesome, and I'm superhuman, but I'm an outcast, and people fear me.
Yeah, that's not really blessed with suck. That's you're blessed with all these great abilities. Also, you suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are blessed and you suck.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
next
That
one.
should be a different trope.
Next one is much shorter, but gets way weirder.
Oh god.
As a red-headed male, this troper will state that it sucks. Bad skin, sunburns, taunts and jeers. Where do you think this one is going? You get one guess each. Your guess, Gus.
I'm gonna say that because we're leaning on like redhead tropes, he was blessed with the ability to not have a soul, and it saved him from getting his soul stolen by Satan. But that also
Get
sucks
soul
because
stolen by the other guy.
it kind of sucks to not have a soul though. So that's my thing. He has a soul, or he doesn't have a soul, and that's why it's blessed with suck.
Okay, Meg, what would your guess have been?
He's gonna make some claim about redheads being superior at some very specific thing, or this is gonna turn into like a sex thing.
It is so
like
much.
I have red hair, but it also means I have a huge dick.
But hey, no, it's
Yeah.
it's so much weirder and creepier than either of you guessed.
No.
But if I ever have redheaded daughters, you know they're gonna be good looking.
What?
Oh! Wee woo, wee woo.
Wee woo,
No,
wee
no.
Cletus Cassidy right there.
That's so gross. I'm sorry. Like,
This was like I think this is the thing from this era, because I remember being in high school. I think people in the I'm gonna make a blanket statement. People in the 2000s were a little bit more blasé about referencing incest than they are now. And saying things that could be construed as incestuous. I'm just gonna say that as a blanket statement because this guy was from the 2000s. The Wrong Turn movies were made in the 2000s.
True.
And also, I can
he's
remember
Game of Thronesing it a little bit.
Yeah.
I can remember my friends in high school being like, like I had a predominantly Asian group of friends when I was in high school, and I can remember at least like 2 of my Asian friends being like, "Oh yeah, if I marry a white guy, our kids are gonna be so hot," or like,
Yeah.
like, why would you say that? That's
it
weird.
is- It's
This
so
makes
strange.
Joker law drop of the episode.
Well, it's so funny because
Teenagers say weird shit like that.
You wanna know how I got these hot kids?
Mr. Red Hair over here is literally like, I can't wait to have these hot daughters. Then my entire personality is just gonna be like antagonizing their boyfriends and being super
My
overprotective
whole
of.
personality is gonna be sitting on the porch with a shotgun and telling my daughter to put a longer skirt on.
He's just gonna become the Scotsman from Samurai Jack season 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. We were right. He did have no fucking soul, and it was a weird sex thing. Anyway, you guys ready for the next one? Because let's get away from fucking incest. This troper has a particularly high IQ, so you know he's a Rick and Morty fan.
Before Rick and Morty was invented, what did they even watch back then?
Sherlock.
You're so right. You are so right. And Death Note, because they all thought they were.
Yeah. Yep. It's true. It's
I
true.
kind of want to have Elle and Sherlock in the thumbnail of this, because these are who all these guys think they are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. Iconic characters, really.
Let's talk about a person who is really fucking hateable. This troper had a particularly high IQ, comes from a wealthy family, and has an abnormally sharp sense of introspection.
You don't.
Did Donald Trump write this?
No, you don't.
Anyway, you'd think any of these would be a good thing, but it's not. I have poor money management skills due to never.
Oh my god, this is Donald Trump.
Yeah, due to never really being short on cash. Should I read this as Donald Trump?
If you want to like kill our viewers, yes.
Hell yeah, I do. Fuck him. This trooper has a particularly high IQ, comes from a wealthy family, and has an abnormally sharp sense of introspection. You'd
It's
think
not just
any.
me saying this.
Everyone's saying this.
Yes.
You'd think any of these would be a good thing, but it's not. I have poor money management skills due to never really being short on
China.
cash. But I plan on moving out on my own soon. I need to develop money-making skills I never knew I didn't have. During school, I was frequently touted as the smartest student in
The biggest
class.
student, the best student.
Yeah, the biggest student, the best student, the student who'll make your head turn. Even by the overachievers, despite almost never seeing an A after 3rd grade. It wasn't that I couldn't do the work. It was that I already skipped ahead in the book and felt no challenge left in the work I was being given, and therefore no incentive to do it. The self-awareness doesn't help me as much as I would like it to, since I have a massive superiority complex due to almost having no one I can communicate with, and finding a person capable of judging their own actions a rare person indeed. Take into
That's not Donald Trump anymore.
yeah, no,
Stop being
it's
Donald Trump.
yeah. Take into account that I am also a writer who sees inspiration in nearly all things. The problem is that I see inspiration in all things. I never see fit to actually write a story because I'm constantly churning out ideas for said story.
Constantly churning out ideas about how Planet Eater.
Oh yeah, Planet Eater and a clan of wizards can coexist in the same galaxy.
He spent weeks thinking about that, mate.
He's really struggling with his winged humanoid math.
Oh yeah, his winged humanoid math is way off.
I think if I was in the same room as this person, it would be an almost Pavlovian need to physically attack them.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't not beat the fuck out of this
This
dude.
person sucks because, like, this isn't blessed with suck. It seems like there's this running theme of people being like, listen, I'm unhappy and my life is, like, lame for these reasons, but also I'm really cool and it's not my fault. I'm really cool and I've got all the cool talents. Why aren't I happy? Why aren't I fulfilled? And it's like, maybe you have good traits and bad traits like everybody.
Congratulations, you're a human being. Nobody is happy all the time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
fucking exactly. So let's go. But there's this funny like pendulum here because it swings between dudes who are Rick Sanchez and weird sex men, and we're back to weird sex men now.
Oh boy, the weird
Oh,
sex
the
men
face-
of the
Gus, if you could see
2000s.
the face I'm making right now.
this,
I'm talk champing.
this.
Okay.
Did you look over and see what it was?
No, I'm just
Oh.
excited.
This in parenthesis. All right, are you ready? This, in parenthesis, male troper attracts breasts, and nobody but him ever seems to notice, unless, and in parenthesis, and sometimes even when, it's his head. The suck part, when it's an aunt or other relative, it's inevitably his hands or head. When it's not, it's his elbow. Why are these people so incesty?
Well, no, he says it sucks because it's incest.
Oh yeah, true. Like
Yeah,
otherwise,
the fact that it's incesty. If like random women were like accidentally bumping him with his boob in the hand area, that would be okay by him. But it's blessed with suck because it's like this is like a okay. I'll tell you what this is. This is like a monkey paw wish.
And then when the rest of your arm makes contact with the breasts of a woman who's not related to you, it will always be you accidentally elbow dropping her and putting her in a lot of pain.
Right in the nipple, and she'll be crying.
That would be blessed with suck, is just this guy's like walking around and just keeps elbowing women in the breasts. He's like, I'm sorry.
This feels like an anime protagonist.
yeah.
It really does.
This guy's ability is just the Joss Whedon anime boob fall keeps happening to me.
Yeah. I love the idea of just him just being like, God damn it, not again!
Yes.
It's a family reunion. No!
By the way, people like two different people responded to this. The first one said, "Oh no, sorry." The first one, all right. One response says, "This troper has that problem, but more of a knowing people with large breasts. The problem comes with them being family members and being king of the friend zone."
We finally found him. The king of the friend zone.
My liege.
If we
My-
kill him,
My
then
liege!
maybe
We-
everyone else who believes in the friend zone will die off. Maybe if you kill the head of the snake, the rest of the snake will also die.
The crown is just made of like calcified cum tissues.
If you kill him, then the friend zone will be discorporated as a kingdom, and we'll all be free. People, you are free now.
Friend zone becomes a socialist republic.
Yeah.
The friend zone.
The demilitarized friend zone.
Militarized friend zone!
The autonomous friend zone.
Yeah.
Autonomous friend zone.
The free peoples of Friendzonia.
Oh my god. We are all friends in the friend zone. Friendship is distributed equally.
Yeah. Sorry. There isn't another Rick. There's another weird sex thing. Are you ready?
Sex
Yeah.
Sex man, go.
She actually.
This troper
Stick
has
me.
the uncanny ability to recognize women he's met just by their butts, despite usually not even having seen them from behind before. Usually generates awkwardness when it comes up in conversation. Quote, "Girl, you tagged me in a photo." Troper, yeah? Girl, the only part of me in that photo is my ass. How did you know it was my ass? Troper, it's a superpower? I assume the part where it cut off there is him getting slapped
Yeah.
afterward.
Also, this isn't really anything because, yeah, you can recognize a person by what they look like, and a butt is a part of what someone looks like. It's not like he's making it weird by making it about the fact that it's butts.
Yeah, it's true. Like, the guy walking like, hey, is that Miss M?
Oh my god.
It's Miss
Oh my
M.
god. Is that the girl from nursing school?
Miss M's like, God damn it! I swore never
Is that
again.
my underage coworker who sometimes comes to work with one cheek out?
And she's keeping it covered most of the time.
She keeps it mostly covered. So on Casual Friday, she goes with one cheek out.
Semi-arseless chaps.
Oh, jeez. So much of there's so much butts in this series. Butts,
There
farts.
really is.
It's because TV tropes is ass.
Troper Fails, the most bootylicious show on YouTube.
To be honest, I don't think the average YouTube viewer is ready for this jelly.
Yeah.
the assiest show on YouTube. In terms of how ass it is, it's very ass.
Next one, Culture here with a K, which I assume is just got to be like this guy's trope alias.
It's his gamer tag.
Yeah.
Alright, are you ready?
It's his rap name.
We're back to Rick now, thankfully.
Rick and
Well,
Morty.
no, this
Rick and
isn't
Morty.
Rick. This is more the Jonkler. We're back to
Oh
the
my
Jonkler.
god.
Oh,
You
man.
can't escape him. He's in every episode.
Infinite jonklers.
Crisis of Infinite
Jonklers.
Jonklers. That's what this show is.
Yes, it really is.
Culture here, and over the years, I've desensitized myself to all manner of violence, up to and including decapitation via knife, obliteration via 18-wheeler, and shovel embedded in skull.
In real life or in movies?
Unfortunately, it's also given me a habit of taking things too far and simply not caring about it. This includes my line after returning to a TCG after a long hiatus. I'm rustier than Heather Mills's leg in the Dead Sea. I can be a total dick. Also, someone replied to this with, that wouldn't be hard to achieve, seeing as how there's no oxygen in the Dead Sea.
Yeah, like what the...
Yeah, that person's just a dickhead.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, this is just... Blessed with Suck is just like, it's always, and this is a running trend
This
across
is
all
zero
tropes.
blessed, all suck.
Yeah.
It's just, I am a person, but I'm also a socially awkward person. Like, that's every single one.
I have some form of privilege, but also I'm a dick to everyone around me.
Your blessed status is debatable, but it's not debatable that you suck.
You're like, oh, awesome. You're really blessed with your ability to watch decapitations. Like, you know, this is just some fucking edgelord who was just on, like, Live Leak all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe there's just a blind drive on a highway near his house, and he just constantly sees people get obliterated by 18-wheelers.
Yeah, was decapitated, obliterated by 18-wheelers, just drinking his morning coffee while some poor shitter is turned into a red mist out on the road outside.
I'm sorry, I just got the dumbest idea because it's specifically obliteration by 18-wheeler, and I'm just imagining behind the wheel is Exodia the Forbidden One.
Exodia, obliterate!
Obliterate! fucking trucker Exodia, like 10-4, I'm gonna take this man's life points.
The other truckers are Slifer and the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah.
I gotta deliver the rest of my arms and legs so that a victory can be assured. Hoo-wee! I tell you what.
Obliteration by 18-wheeler feels like a sentence that Judge Alvin Valkenheiser would pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Next, we have the very last one. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
This troper is pretty smart. Well, I'm very smart. I could...
I'm very smart.
Yeah.
Curious. I am very intelligent.
Whenever someone says they're very smart, I don't trust them.
No.
It's the same thing as what I was saying of, like, the most, like, evil, unhinged thing you can do is say, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
No, literally, because, like, I feel like most people who know enough about something to know that they know things about it also know that there's a lot they don't know. Like, they have doubts. Like, that's the whole thing with the Dunning-Kruger
Well, it's Plato.
effect.
All I know is that I know nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a healthy mindset to have, because if you know everything, you can't learn. It's impossible to learn if you know everything.
Also, mentioning that great clip where Piers Morgan is talking to Stephen Hawking, and he said, oh, you know, I assume that, like, you and I are both people with quite high IQs. And Stephen Hawking responded with, I wouldn't know people who, I wouldn't know people who boast about their IQ are losers.
And just like that, it never matters to check your
No.
IQ, because if Stephen Hawking doesn't care about his, or didn't care about his,
IQ is a
Racist and
a
ableist.
system born of racism and ableism.
no, you're right. It is a component of eugenics. Like, there's no kind of detaching it from that. And also, it serves no other utility, like, in any kind of grand scheme of things.
Exactly. It's just for dickheads to boast about.
It just determines whether or not you're a fan of Rick and Morty. Like, the higher it is, the more of a fan you are. The less higher it is, the more sex you have.
Exactly. Anyway, this troper is pretty smart. Well, I'm very smart. I could get into pretty much any college and pass the most difficult courses with relative ease.
There you
What's
go.
so bad about this? Everyone around you can't keep up. I don't blame them or feel that I'm inherently better because of it.
Yes,
But
you
it gets
do.
frustrating when, quote, even the teachers, unquote, can't keep up with you in school, and you can't recall the last time you had a satisfying discussion with anyone. This leads to crippling depression, loss of faith in humanity, and a tendency to be a jerk-ass when I just can't take it anymore. Oh, and the kicker? People consider me conceited when I complain about these problems because no one I've ever met can relate to it.
You are
And
conceited.
there's one response that just says, you are conceited, you
Yeah.
fucking dick.
Yeah. That guy got him.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy got him.
Exactly. Also, just anytime the phrase "here's the kicker" comes up on the Troper Tales archive, you know that the kicker is going to be something incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
You should only be saying, here's the kicker, if you're, like, commentating on a fucking football game.
Yeah.
Oh, here's
Yeah.
the kicker.
Shows Shows you how much any of us know about football that we think kicker is a position.
I think there is like the kicker in American football.
I don't know. It looks like in British football, everyone's doing kicks, so like everybody's a kicker.
Yeah, but
I
like
don't
the
know.
guy that kicks it first.
Yeah.
The guy that kicks it first is the center.
Well,
yeah.
we are losing everybody. Like, we are not a fan base that cares about sports.
Poopy doopy sports fun balls. What
You
I
are
was
carried away by women into the sex chamber.
You were crushed by all of the people trying
You
to
want to
have sex.
bury your children, yeah.
That's
What?
the best tweet you've ever made, Gus.
Hey, I'm glad you like it because you were the only person who liked it.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Undiscovered genius.
that was Troper Fails, another episode of.
I get that some of these smart people who are like bragging about their own smarts might, say like, my genius is a curse. I guarantee so many of these people are just focusing on their formula for planting the sandwich tree to grow more sandwich.
Yeah, 100%.
This is like the people that This is like the people who talk about gifted kid burnout.
Yeah.
No, it's like, oh, the burden of being so smart. No, here's the problem. You're mentally ill, and you never got diagnosed when you were a child because life was easy when you were a child.
Yeah, exactly.
And so now that you're an adult, you are feeling the effects of the mental illness that you have always had.
People just zoom in on things like smart or nice in the absence of
Yeah.
having like a fully formed like sense of who you are to the community you're a part of and the people around you, because it's so much easier when you have no self-identifiers to just be like, I guess I'm smart. Like, I don't really talk to anybody or bounce my thoughts towards anyone, and I get really shitty grades because apparently I'm bored, but I'm probably smart. And if they're not actually, if nobody buys it, then they go with nice.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Be more than smart and nice, folks. Be interesting. Also, by the way, if you love hearing us three in this sort of like Troper Fail style, just talk in a very fun, unguarded way about stuff, definitely hop over to the Dark Gentleman Patreon, where for $1 a month you can get loads of cool bonus features. We'd really recommend it. There is a
Yep.
load of content on there already at this point.
It's all the fun of main channel Dire Gentleman content with none of the excess interaction with brain lords that we have to do in series like Troper Fails. It's just us, and we're just talking about cool shit.
We're
so
just vibing, man.
We are just
Yeah.
vibing. If you want to come vibe with us, $1 a month is all it costs.
$1 to
per
vibe. $1 to vibe each month. You get 2 vibes per month, and it's $1 for both of them. That's 50 cents per vibe.
And there's a vibe backlog waiting for you.
Yeah,
It's a steal. It is a vibe steal.
exactly. Who else is gonna give you that many vibes? Nobody. That's who.
Good
So-
ones. We're gonna specify they're good vibes.
They're good vibes.
Yeah.
Not bad vibes, they're good.
The kind of vibes the Beach Boys sing
The
about.
kind of vibes that make you want to book.
It's just a good vibration. I'm looking at a fucking station. I'm blessed with sucking. A bunch of the other tropes of something. Good vibration.